Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll start out on the road to play the Pelicans in New Orleans. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Miami Heat.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, it's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball is out there with Smith. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Brandon Miller. It's Najee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Warriors, Butler out there with Porter. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Curry. And it's Porter in at the point guard position. Coaching staffs, Clark, have certainly grown since your time in the league. Do you think that can lead to too many voices in the locker room?
I really don't think that's an issue, Kevin, because no matter how many coaches you have, typically they are all in sync, and the head coach has usually put his staff together, and therefore they're moving in the same direction.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Pass to Smith. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Jackson-Davis. Ball against Porter. And here is Curry. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Stolen by Anunoby. Pass the ball. Down low. Puts it up from 7. Porter with a block.
You know, one area where I think Porter Jr. has surprised a bunch of folks is his shot blocking. I mean, he's got a natural knack for doing it.
Ball with the bucket.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Smith against Curry. Inside. Pulls up from the corner. The Hornets pull it in.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
It's Miller on the wing. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Here's Golden State now. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Curry. Porter against Ball. Outside Porter. It's Curry outside. Offensive rebound. Outside Porter. Pass to Butler. Shoots over Anunoby. And it's Butler missing. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Stephen Curry.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now, here's Porter. He really was a guy also who stepped up in that win against the Blazers. Curry finds Porter. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pulls up. It's Curry. That time on the assist from Porter. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
And the lightning quick release of Curry really came in handy there.
Here's Ball, and Ball gets double teamed. Fires for 3, sinks the triple. Ball's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Jackson-Davis. Still yet to score. Pass to Porter. Back to Curry. Porter with the screen for Curry. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 6 points for him.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Ball kicks to Miller. Here's Najee. Smith right side. Pass to Anunoby. A three. Warriors with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Jackson Davis. Stephen Curry again.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Curry against Smith. And it's Miller in the corner. There's a good screen. Here's Najee. And he dunks it down.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
Butler finds Jackson Davis. Curry looking it over. Pass to Porter. Back to Curry. Takes the three. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. In talking to the coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the Warriors making a change here. Rudy's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Barbosa's checked in. Here's Najee. Now Barbosa. Smith outside. And it's Miller in the corner. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Moses Moody.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
Now here's Porter. Hasn't made one yet. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Curry. And a miss there on the triple.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Smith the pass to Najee. Miller with the ball. For three, Smith. And the Hornets miss again. The Warriors leading. Moody with it. Now guarded by Ball. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry against Miller. Outside Porter. It's rebounded by Najee.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Back to Smith. Pass to Nojewicz. And here's Miller. Jackson Davis defending. Miller, no luck.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Castanaggi. Ball from long range. And Curry pulls it down. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State, fresh from a win against Portland.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. Fifth on the list, the Hornets.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Here is Miller. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Assisted by Miller.
Warriors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Picked his pocket. Here's Jerome, guarded by Curry. Jerome passes to Najee, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Najee's got 6 points.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Pass to Jackson Davis. And here is Curry. Shot from 12. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Now, here's Ball, guarded by Porter. Ball with the bucket. He's got 9.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside, Porter. Porter looking it over. Back to Porter from past the arc. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Let's take a look at Steph Curry's numbers. Coming off a terrific season, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Watson, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. Now here's Porter. Scoreless thus far. Pocket 2. Pass to Pajemski. No good from outside. Hornets leading by 3. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Charlotte no good that time either.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter.
Hey, count it.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Miller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Hornets lead by 3.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Left side, Porter. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Smith inside. He's defended by Pajemski. Dennis passes to Jerome. Charlotte needs to get a shot beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. And now a 6-point Hornets lead.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor. Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Charlotte has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Yep, that one goes in there.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
Pajemski with it, covered by Smith. To the middle, here's Moody, and the slam by Moody.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture perfect.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring. Breakdown for the Hornets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Pajemski out there with Porter. Then there's Moody. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Butler in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You know, that's just simply outstanding focus. Butler is used to getting hit on the way up, expects to be bumped and jostled around, and still muscles his shots in.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A free throw drops for Butler. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Here's Jerome. They kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Miller. Three-pointer. Pajemski grabs the board. Porter with it. Still scoreless. Now Butler, covered by Barbosa. Back to Porter. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Boy, the leadership, the unselfishness from Butler, you can count on him to share it.
Pass to Barbosa. Miller surveying the floor. Here's Jerome. Now, here is Miller. "18 feet out. Jimmy Butler pulls it in.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Pass to Pajemski. Butler kicks to Porter. Outside Porter. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy, and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. And the Warriors with some changes. Watson comes in for Porter, and Curry subbed in for Moses Moody. Collier, he's checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for Smith. Here's Ball. Throws it up high.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now, here's Watson. Nothing on the board. Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Curry against Ball. There's a screen. Over Curry. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 11 points.
Deadly in the pick and roll. LaMelo Ball can do anything out of that particular set. This time calling his own number.
Outside Porter. Curry a screen on Ball. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Watson. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Ball finds Miller. Charlotte moving the ball around. Anunoby, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive abilities.
And the Hornets making a change here. Barbosa's checked in, so he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Looking here at some numbers for Ball. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 26 points a game last year, 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, the scoring turns the tide.
Curry with the bounce pass. Outside Porter. Outside Curry. Porter with the screen for Curry. There's the 3. The 3 ball from Curry.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
There's Ball with the 3. And it's no good. 3rd time he's missed in 9 shot attempts. Porter kicks to Curry. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. Shoots over Anunoby. Curry can't get it to go. Charlotte leading by 4. Ball with a wide open look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Ball's got 16.
He'll do that for you, too. Ball can go mid-range if he needs to.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Golden State. Porter comes in for Stephen Curry. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for Jerome. Porter against Ball. Outside Porter. Back to Jackson-Davis. Pajemski on the wing. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And the lack of effort. To fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
He was all alone on that one. Ball's got 19 points.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
The kick outside to Butler. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Miller. Now Ball. Shoots over Pajemski. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Never lacking for sizzle in his game. That was a sweet move from Ball right there.
Now Pajemski. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland. Outside Porter. Over Ball. Jackson Davis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith on the wing, guarded by Porter. Smith, no good. Warriors trail by 4. Porter passes to Butler. Lets it go with the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And Ball puts up a deep 3. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Charlotte Hornets. And Porter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the backup expert.
And another important topic, injuries. Let's take a look at what's happening across the NBA.
Portland without their full squad. There's a vertical spacing. You know what vertical spacing is, Ernie?
Explain.
Okay, vertical spacing is like when you jump in the air and you create space and you stay straight up. That's what Ayton does. One of the most feared lob threats in the game. His absence definitely felt.
One of the bright young stars in the league. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. At one point, they led by 16. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Stephen Curry's doing. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors gave us some information. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. It's amazing he's good to come back into the game. In fact, Kevin, he's already back in the game.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. Miller is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Ball, and it's Smith. It's Najee in at the center position.
I'll tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Butler. Oh, tough play by Butler.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the paint, and Miller throws it down hard.
And offensively, Miller is terrific on the perimeter, but he can also play above the rim as well.
Outside Curry. Pass to Porter. They set the pick, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. In second, the Hornets.
I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. You know, last year where they were great, excellent from the line. This year, they're hoping to do even better.
Smith finds Ball. Anunoby with him. For three, Smith. Here's Ball. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Porter passes to Porter. Pass to Curry. Porter, a screen on Miller. Butler on the way. 4 on the clock. To the inside. Here's Jackson Davis. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Ball, the pass to Najee. And here's Smith. Fires the 3. Porter with a block. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy.
Second in free throw percentage, and they showed up top 5 in field goal percentage, and that speaks to how consistent they were night in and night out. They were a team that never stayed cold for long.
Not too many people recall their free throw shooting last season, but it really was outstanding. D8, when they got chances at the line, they made the most of them.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Porter dishes to Porter. They get the rebound. Jackson Davis. Porter finds Butler. Ball against Porter. Pass to Curry. Out of hand on it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Charlotte leading by 5. Down low. Here's Ball. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Outside Curry. Everything's within Curry's range.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on him.
The kick out to Ball. And it's blocked.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it's Butler missing. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Charlotte. At one point, they led by 16. Outside, Ball.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Back to Jackson Davis. He gets it in there. Jackson Davis has got 4 this quarter.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Anunoby outside. Back to Ball. Pass to Miller. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Porter kicks to Butler. Back to Porter. Outside Curry. Here's Jackson Davis. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson Davis has got 8 points.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Anunoby outside. Here's Ball. Plays it up and banks it in. Ball's got 31.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside Porter. Here's Curry. He's guarded by Anunoby. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Butler.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Ball finds Smith. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
And here's Porter, 11 points in the game. Outside Curry. Porter with the screen for Curry. Steph Curry with the answer.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
To the middle, here's Dennis. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
Outside Porter. Curry setting the pick for Porter. Outside for Curry. Offline with his 3. Hornets leading by 4. Smith scanning the floor. Here's Ball. And the shot is good. Ball's got 33 points.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
Here's Curry. He's got 27. Offline from the top of the key.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Ball against Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Ball really confident even amongst the big fellas inside, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Smith outside. Here's Dennis, defended by Moody. Outside, Ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Ball's got 36.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Warriors with some changes. They've got Peyton Watson. Pajemski out there with Porter. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Moody in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Watson finds Porter. Good on the three-point shot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Here's Jerome. Makes it off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 12.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Butler. Pajemski on the wing. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Hornets leading by 12. Miller, the pass to Dennis. Here's Jerome. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense just...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the
previous play is under review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing...
The ruling on the floor stands.
Just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
All right, thank you, David. Watson, the pass to Porter. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Porter's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors. Miller outside. Pass to Jerome. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Miller outside. Connects from three-point range. And the Hornets lead by 14.
And great play by the young guy. Miller doesn't let the clock disrupt his motion.
Now Pajemski. And another three for Golden State.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Dennis passes to Anunoby. Takes it inside, and Anunoby slams it in.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
To the paint, Porter finds Butler, and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
You know, when you're trying to mount a comeback, it's hard to overcome those kinds of mistakes. You got to be tight.
Collier, he's checked in for Charlotte. Anunoby outside. Over Watson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pass to Porter. Back to Podziemski. Outside Porter. Watson kicks to Porter. Here's Podziemski. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his fifth assist in this one.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Jerome. The teardrop falls in. Jerome's got 6 here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Watson the screen. Here's Porter. It's good. Porter's got 19 points.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Miller. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The first one falls, and the Warriors with some changes. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Peyton Watson. Michael Porter comes in for Moody. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. The Hornets also changing it up. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Collier. Smith comes in for Miller. And it's ball in for Trey Mann. And that one, good.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Porter with it. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Warriors trail by 12. Outside Porter. Butler feeling it out a bit. Five to shoot. Good D by Anunoby. Hornets leading by 12. There's Ball with the 3. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Porter. Now Jackson Davis. They get it back. And he gets it to go. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds. Pass to Jerome. Back to Ball. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And that's 38 points for LaMelo Ball.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now, here's Porter. Pass to Curry. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 6th assist on the night.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Here's Ball. Again, the Hornets score.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Curry against Ball. Curry getting it done inside.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
Ball kicks to Anunoby. Porter with the steal. Pass the buck. Fades away. And he can't bank that one in. Hornets leading by 10. They get it back. Porter with a block. Ball against Curry. Here's Jackson Davis. The kick out to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Left side Curry. Shoots over Ball. Misses off the right iron. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Anunoby passes to Jerome. Pass to Najee. Here's Jerome. Charlotte moving the ball around. Over Porter. And the Hornets miss again. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. It's a 10-point game. Here's Jackson Davis. Goes up again. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. The Hornets pull it in. Ball's got his 5th rebound in this one. Anunoby has the open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Hornets lead by 13.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
They set the pick. Inside. The kick outside to Butler. Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Outside Curry. Over Ball. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Porter. Porter's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And some changes here for the Warriors. Moody cut. Warriors trail by 10. Curry fires from way outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Ball. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Ball's got 42 in the game.
Hey, the mid-range can be touch and go for Ball, but he takes a nice, smooth shot that time.
Curry against Ball. Lets it fly. There's the steal. In the corner, Smith with it. Anunoby kicks the ball. Out to Smith. Porter against Ball. Back to Smith. Clock at 6. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. 1:22 left in the 4th quarter. Ball, the pass to Najee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 44.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hornets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LaMelo Ball.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And Porter drops them both. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
Good. And so here's Charlotte. At one point, they led by 16. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.